My name is Sebastien Tobler. I'm the writer-director of This Time.
Hi, I'm Leila Perry.
I'm Kirby.
And we're with This Time.
It's a love story about two former high school lovers that were separated in 1998 in Jakarta because of the riots. And then they reconnect here in Los Angeles. He's kind of married, and he's got kids, he's got a family, they're moving on. And she's this huge artist who's, made it big in life, but she's a little lonely.
It's a tug of war. It's a push and pull between, the nostalgic memories of your past and what you want in the immediate, and also what is probably best for you in the future.
Was it really what they thought it was? Were they who they thought they were? And decide if they're still in love or if they're in love with who they thought they were. So I grew up, I'm Swiss Filipino, and I grew up traveling around the world. My father was a diplomat, and so we moved around quite a bit. And the inspiration behind it was that, that upbringing was kind of like a doomed relationship, in that, you go to a new country, you'd be, new faces, you fall in love with people, you fall in love with all the cultures, but inevitably that you're going to leave eventually.
There was so many themes in the script that I really identified with the characters and what they're going through, just searching and identity, and having had their past sort of uprooted. That's something I really identified with, where the characters were uprooted and split apart forcefully, and then later they meet each other and kind of reckon with all of that.
It felt very personal to my life story, and moving or jumping around from growing up as a kid between Asia and North America, and having that be something that the lead character also experienced. I felt very close to home, and something that had never been come across my desk before as an opportunity, a storyline like this.
I really just want the audience to identify with the characters regardless of our mixed heritage and the things we're trying to figure out about ourselves. I just want it to be this universally connecting experience where people can sort of see into these characters' lives and see how being mixed and being uprooted and sort of questioning their identity and their home is definitely influencing their experience, but that we also have these universal feelings. So I just hope that regardless of anyone's race, that they can just connect on a human level to that.
Yeah, I think connecting with your past and like the great memories that come with that, but also being present in the now, and doing what's right for the future. And I think everyone can relate to that. Everyone has a history, everyone has a past. So I think I want people to come away with maybe thinking about their own lives in a way, but at the end of the day also having just a fun, enjoyable, sweet ride with us, because it's a nice slice of life.
Well, what we do in life is make decisions. We make decisions, and there's not a right one, there's not a wrong one. They just have certain consequences and effects. And that's something we just need to embrace, but that we sort of own the whole process, and being sort of present in that and understanding it and embracing it. I think it's sort of like a healthy way to look at your journey in life. We're all kind of in it together, again, there's just no right and wrong. That it's good to love your past, but also look forward to the future.
Be in control of things you aren't, that you can't control, and whether that's taking care of yourself physically, mentally, whether that's meditation or, for me, it's going to the gym and playing golf and, writing and work and seeing my friends and going to shows. You have to have a balanced life outside of the industry, and that would be my biggest advice. If you have a full life filled with other things, then you can actually bring that into your work, and you're not just sitting around kind of waiting for the phone to ring. And I think that's a slippery slope for actors, and I've gone through it, and a lot of people have. Mentally, it can be tough when there are those slower moments over the course of your career. So it's just realizing that auditions are infinite. As long as you keep doing it, the right opportunity will come to you, and fill yourself with happiness when you can with other things outside of just entertainment.
Taking care of your just emotional, mental state, however you can, whether it's getting out to nature, meditating. I mean, I definitely tried to every day before filming have time to meditate and do vocal warm-ups and let go of tension. And definitely it's a long game as an actor and a creator in LA. So you really, really have to savor every step along the way and realize that there's no there's no destination, there's never the end of the rainbow. You just have to always enjoy just the presence of the rainbow, I guess, to make an analogy. Yeah, just always enjoying every step along the way.
So I have a pretty strict routine. One of the things that's really important to me is that the first thing I need to do is create, right? So I wake up fairly early in the morning. I wake up between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning every day. And I start off with just offloading any of my thoughts. So I would just write anything in my mind, get that out of the way. Then I would do some meditation for a couple, 20 minutes or so. And then I would just get into the writing. So I'd start writing and write on the story or working on an old one or an existing one, or perhaps some editing or just doing things on the creative side of things. And I do that until 7 o'clock every day. And then my son wakes up, and then it's off to parenting, and then off to regular daily life. Joy is presence.
Matcha green tea donut? No.
Yeah. K-BBQ at Parks, because that's all I can think of.
To me, it's like this a high vibration of love. Like you can just sort of feel it vibrating around here. It's so comfortable and present, and it's kind of emanates around your heart, and it feels like love, but it's like extra happy.
Don't wait to do what you really want to do.
I mean, I think it would just be to enjoy the process, like don't let the highs get so high and the lows be so low. Just try to be even keel, because it is going to be a long journey as an artist, and there's going to be a gazillion projects, and sometimes the ones that aren't as big on paper will actually be the ones that you remember when you're older and have the fondest memories of, so yeah, just to trust the process. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it 100% is the truth. The more you can do that, I think the more enjoyable your journey as an artist will be, versus kind of tying on to these, peaks and valleys.
Breathe more. Relax, breathe more, be a lot kinder to yourself. I wish I had let go of my inner critic a lot earlier in my life, but luckily I learned how to be my own loving champion and overcome the inner critic. So I wish that had happened earlier, and so that's what I would say to my younger self, and breathe.
I hope that audiences walk away with a feeling that they've just spent 90 minutes with two people on a very intimate level, and that they go on the emotional journeys that I think we all do inherently, but to kind of look back and look forward simultaneously, and also have that feeling of letting go. And ultimately, it would be amazing if 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, people who went to go see the film can't really delineate between whether or not it was their own memory or if it was a movie.
Thanks for having us, LAPFF. I've watched a lot of films at this festival over the last few years, and it always supports the community really, really well. And so thanks for having us, and look forward to many more collaborations down the road.
Super excited to be here. It's so much fun. Just feeling really thankful and blessed to be a part of this festival.